position?
Yeah, sorry.
Why don't you just go by brain function? That's probably the best, easiest way. Once it's a person, you probably shouldn't be able to kill it, right?
Right, you test the woman's brain function.
There. Yeah, that's like you're saying like defining human by brain function is easy. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that is tough.
Well, it's about 18-20 weeks we know right now.
Is that also around when the heartbeat
What does that mean
thing,
exactly?
Sorry, sooner.
So I'm saying if you want to go the safest, say you can't have abortions at the earliest, so maybe 18 weeks. So you can have abortion up to 18 weeks, and after that you can't.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable.
I mean, besides like health reasons or something, you know, like the mom's gonna die. Obviously, do what you got to do. But
yeah, I'd consider it a pretty consistent viewpoint. I think there's not a lot you can do with that stance to make it very difficult for someone.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like, you know, you guys are talking about like 9 months. Like, pretty much nobody's doing that. Not for fun. I mean, unless it's, you know, again, for the mom or something. But things like that, I don't know.
Come on, horseradish. I'm not gonna like scream at you or something. Like, don't like both answers are like
Oh, did I not give an answer? I thought I said I wouldn't legislate against it.
Oh no, but I said for this specific case, if you could make it illegal.
Yeah,
like
I don't think I would make
this.
I don't think I would make this specific case illegal. No.
Interesting.
But I would feel better if they didn't. But they should have the right, I guess.
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to have a woman have like 30 abortions, but really, who is anybody to say that she can't? I mean, I guess it sucks like knowing it happens, but legally, what are you gonna do?
There was a girl. There's a hoe in high school who confirmed had at least 8 abortions in her 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I get it sucks. It's stupid that they do that, but I mean, again, legally, as like, you know, the law, what are we gonna do to stop it?
It's just
but
wild.
don't you think that's like a woman's position though? That if I want to get 30, like, don't tell me a single thing.
True. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, legally,
When
I can tell her I don't like it,
position,
but it doesn't mean anything. You know?
What is that? Is this like a
no? But I mean, they're a voting
legal
base,
opinion?
And that's what they want when they consider like who's pro-choice, who's pro-life. It's in that context. Like, don't tell me a single thing to do with my body. So we can be here like, I actually think it's not very nice, but I won't do anything to stop you. It's like, well, then what are you saying? You're not actually saying anything.
Well, I
just worry about the opposite stance.
I was gonna say,
I'm like, I am going to stop you, and I'm going to end up stopping other people too, who might, you know, want to, or need that for some reason.
Yeah, I think there's a different question between what should be illegal and what is more.
Yeah, is from aughts.
Right, social pressure should make people not want to do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't like your high school chick. You should have 8 of them in high school, but I mean, you could talk shit to her or whatever, but you can't, like, you know, physically or, like I said, lawfully stop that person from doing it.
Right. You know? I mean, she was a pariah, especially once people started finding out. It was rough.
That's what happened.
What's a pariah?
Young, dumb, full of cum. That's what guys are.
A pariah is like an unwanted, and yeah.
Like a parasite in your body?
No. A pariah is like a person on the fringes of society that nobody talks to, an untouchable.
Oh, I gotcha.
You're like a social
I think it's
pariah.
somebody that only eats fish.
No, that's a piranha.
What?
That's not.
That's funny.
Yeah. But no, you got to tell them, listen, you can't, it's not your body anymore. You have to carry it.
Well, I agree.
And you were
once the baby has a consciousness.
Our body.
Well, once it has a conscious, right?
You're a birthing person now.
Yeah, you guys convinced me. Hard limit on 30. There you go.
Let's go. We need to get licenses for having sex. That's how we really deal with it.
True. And they can only be applied for by your parents.
Yep.
You guys are trying to
get
it's going to be like
each act. Each ejaculation.
What's confusing for me is like it seems like most people agree that it like cutoff is like somewhere between like second and third trimester, but like I don't think any
usually first
politicians
and
ever
second
advocated
almost.
for that.
I think a meaningful problem
Well-
that we have. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I don't know, somewhere in between. But I feel like everyone ever talks about is like either at birth or at conception.
Yeah. Well, the real question should be, honestly, when do we define something? When do we define a fetus or a human being? You know, when does it go from a zygote, and when do you go, okay, this is a person? Like, you know, that's honestly
that's
the
the
hardest
thing.
question.
Yeah, I feel like the only consistent position is basically conception. Like that's the only like
Really?
point at which you can draw a straight line. Everything else is just blurry and arbitrary, right?
What if I
Let's
told
go.
you? What if I argued
Dude.
for at implantation instead of at conception?
Um,
Aren't they just like hours apart?
They are, but there's certain birth control prevents implantation. So if you said at conception, then that birth control would be considered abortificans.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The plan B is fucking problem.
I don't know. Like fundamentally, what changes between conception and implantation to the egg?
Well, I mean, the creation of new DNA happens at conception.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying between then and implantation, like, is there a fundamental change to the egg between those two
I
stages?
the
guess
number
it's
of
still
cells?
a termination of the process.
But yeah,
Yeah, they're all doubling for a long time.
Yeah. So like, I feel like if you were going to be morally consistent, you have to say at conception.
Well, then you'd be against all abortions.
Because it seems essentially, yeah.
including Plan B and
I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, you did,
birth control.
and that's probably not good for society, right?
Well, I'm talking about like just a straight moral stance. If you're going to
Yeah,
be completely, if you're going to be completely morally consistent and you believe
Well,
that
then
life begins
I
with
technically would
conception, I
argue
think-
if the fetus, whatever, doesn't have any brains, right? What are you hurting? It can't feel nothing. It
Yeah,
can't think nothing. Or it can't, like, so if you're doing it at conception, that thing can't do nothing. Can't think. Can't do nothing. So
yeah. That's a valid argument. The only problem with that is it's like where you decide that stars is completely arbitrary.
kind of. Like I said, we should listen to the best scientists, people, and they say 18, 20 weeks. I mean, maybe like in a year, 5 years, they get exactly like 14 weeks, whatever. That could be the new set in stone deadline. But I don't know. Like I said, if there's nothing there before,
I think I think maybe people would say, well, what about somebody that's they had an accident and they've got no brain function now? Like, are we just okay to kill them? And then the follow-up question is, well, what if they have no brain function now, but in 9 months they're about to get all their brain function?
well, I guess technically you could say that person already had consciousness and shit before. They lost it. Let's say they lose it for 9, 10 months, whatever. They've already had it, so they can regain it. But like, we already call people that are brain dead. Like, that's the moment of death. When you have no brain function, that's when they certify you're gone. So like, to me, it's, why wouldn't you say the same thing with the beginning of life? If life ends at your brain, then life should start. Like, at least human life, I should call it. Like, like, I know a zygote's a living being, but that's kind of always been my stance now for the last like couple of years.
No, wait. It starts when brainwaves start happening.
Yeah, once your brain starts, even like, I'll even go as early as once those first connectors connect and you start actually having a part of a brain, not even the consciousness part, But like, if you don't have a brain,
Like just
what are
when
you hurting?
nerves start like
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to stream the chart. If anyone wants to see a chart.
Wait, do you only care about it because it's physical pain, or it's only okay because there's no physical pain?
Not even just physical pain. It's just there's nothing there. Like, I could ask you, what did you do 150 years ago? You have no concept of. You have no fucking clue because you weren't there. You have no nothing. This baby at 6 weeks has no concept of anything. What?
But now it sounds like you're describing consciousness, not
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
brain
about.
activity.
Well,
or...
you got to have a brain before you have consciousness, right? Basically, like I'm saying, I'll even go early enough
Ooh.
to where the brain even starts. If
That's
you
a
want
good
to go,
question.
what?
No,
Do you
no. The
need to have a
problem
brain
with
before you
consciousness,
have consciousness?
problem with consciousness is it's way later than what you're saying.
No, it's at 18,
It's not at
18 to 20 weeks.
There's no scientist. Nope.
I
Find
can
me a
show
single
you.
scientist who can
I will
say
show
that.
you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the chart right now, guys. If
Okay.
you look at my
I'll
screen.
admit it, I'm wrong if it's true.
No, that's fine.
I'm not arguing. I'm just looking at the chart. It says I think it's 18 to 20 weeks is when you have the brain.
Yep.
Yeah, when you have a brain, but that's not developing consciousness.
Yeah, consciousness happens
I'll
right
have
after
brains.
birth.
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Because your baby knows you when
Yes.
you talk to your baby when it's in the stomach, right? It's not after birth. That baby knows your voice.
what do you mean you talk to the? Well, there's a
Oh,
difference between reacting to like.
No, I'm saying that baby knows your
AI
voice.
says 24 to 26 weeks.
Well,
I thought that was just always like an emotion.
Yeah, wait, right
Oh,
down
so
there.
it's
It
all-
says 5-month-old babies may show signs of consciousness and memory.
5-month-old
May.
baby.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's the new deadline for abortion, boys. Let's go.
5 months? Okay.
Yeah.
The deadline?
After birth.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I always thought that was some like nanny bullshit. Whenever like women are like, "Oh, my baby can hear every word I'm saying," in my stomach.
Damn.
They can.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
our
like,
newborns
they
even
can
crunch.
hear you.
Yeah.
They can hear you.
They
They
can't
just-
understand you.
Oh. Okay.
Well, according to the
it's
New
just
York
reacting.
New York education, it's 26 weeks. But I think it's 20 weeks when the brain. That's what I'm saying. I'll even go when the brain starts before, if you want to go even before consciousness.
I don't know. Seems
I
like
don't
The
think
brain
I'll-
starts. Well, the central nervous system starts at week 3.
Yeah, but that's not a
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
br- you need a-
when
you need a
does the
brain.
central
Brain
nervous
isn't
system turn
conscious,
into a brain?
What?
Why is
When does your central nervous system turn into your brain?
I don't know. I'm about to see if I can find it. Hold on. Brain development.
I
I'm looking at the
don't
chart
think you
again.
can ever get like a definitive answer for that. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No, there's never going to be one, like, even when you say consciousness at 26 weeks, whatever, there's some babies being born at like 18, whatever. It happens, like, it's rare.
So then are you going to go to viability standard?
No. I wouldn't go viability.
Because yeah, viability gets really sticky once technology, gets
No,
better.
I guess to me, it's all about the brain. Once you have a brain, you're you. Without your brain, you're not you.
But like, does like a newborn have any concept of itself? An
Technically,
identity?
yes, it does. I mean, it's very primitive and it's shitty, but it does know, like, that's my dad, that's my mom. That's, it's very primitive and it takes time.
what?
Holy
really?
shit. An unborn baby can inherit property in some circumstances.
Inherit property?
Inherit
mean?
property. So I was thinking, like, legally,
Oh,
could a baby
what the
inherit, an
hell?
unborn baby inherit something? Because if that's the case, then they are legally
Oh
people.
wait, but then that just like isn't that just a consequence of like it being born after the fact?
Born after what?
I don't.
Can that baby inherit something and then say it dies in the womb? Like, did it actually have that property? Like, was it?
Well, then the
in
next
that,
of kin would be the baby's
No.
mom, right?
You don't have a birth certificate. You can't own property.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I don't feel like that question makes any sense.
Interesting. Wait, the right
I don't
to
know.
life
The
itself
abortion
from
test?
conception on? Holy shit, what?
I think
Is
the
a
abortion
fetus
stuff is
entitled to an
bad.
inheritance? The law makes special provisions on the protection of the fetus's inheritance and the acceptance of gifts in order to protect the interest of the fetus in a thoughtful way. Article 16 of the Civil Code stipulates where a fetus is involved in the protection of the interests of the fetus, such as the inheritance and acceptance of gifts, the fetus shall be deemed as having the capacity for civil rights.
What the
Wow.
Hey, so dank side. So
What
I
the
guess if you're doing, brain waves or brain activity or whatever that is, so you think after that term it should be illegal
Yeah.
for a woman to
Barring
Okay.
serious health issues, all the other bullshit. But yeah, like at that point, I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
think a woman should be like,
Why?
"Yep, I want to scramble this fucking baby."
And so
Why
do you
is-
consider yourself pro-choice or pro-life?
I guess I would be probably pro-choice, but I mean, I'm not like the extremes. I try to be mostly in the center on most issues. Like I try to find the middle. Or I just try to find.
Yeah, is the earth flat or the earth round? It's half flat, half round. I get it.
Sometimes, no, it's good. But like on this topic, there's like you were talking about, there's no, this is the answer. So, all right, let's try to take all these datas and try to figure out the best way to figure it out. And like,
Well-
if you're gonna go all the way to 9 months and say you can have abortions that way, that's the extreme that way. And the other extreme is the second you fucked, you can't have an abortion. That's the extreme there. There's got to be some kind of middle ground in this topic.
Yeah,
Or
that seems like crazy arbitrary. But oh fuck, you said something crazy, but I forget what it was.
I do that from time to time.
Brainwaves.
I said something crazy.
It was something about abortion.
Oh,
I
True.
forgot what it was. Maybe I'll remember it. Sorry.
That's all right.
Make it illegal after brainwaves.
No,
Actually, make
it was. Oh, you know what? Okay, sorry. No, it's not that you're crazy. I shouldn't have said that.
That's all right.
I don't understand if you're against it past like 20 weeks because that's like a human being or something, and you're like killing a human being.
Yep.
How can you make an exception for like rape or incest? Or
I'm not making an
how
exception
can you
for rape.
make exceptions
I'm not personally.
or like health of the mother.
Well, the health of the mother
the health of the mother is
because
completely
she's
different.
dying. I mean, that's different.
Is
But
it?
yeah, because she's
It's
already
one
had
against the other,
consciousness,
like it's
or like
Well,
she's
yeah, but
already
why
had a
is
life.
hers more valuable? Okay, fair enough. Can you tell me why hers is more valuable than the baby's?
Because she's already
Like, why don't I
she's been
kill
around
her
for
to save
30
the
years or
baby?
whatever, right?
Well, first
she's
of
already
all,
got a
like, nobody
family.
would
She's
ever
already
let
got
you do
kids,
that.
or maybe not kids, but she got family. She's got workers. She's known this. She's
she
known
got
this.
kids.
I was gonna say she could. I'm saying depends on if she already
That's
had
a
one.
good slip.
I know, but either way, she's already been a part of this
That was
world,
a little strange.
huh?
That's like the opposite arithmetic people normally do. Not saying you have to do the normal
Right.
thing, but most people say if you had to kill a 55-year-old to save an 18-year-old, or vice versa,
that is
most
also
people are going
completely
to kill the
different.
55-year-old.
Yeah, but how many 55-year-old
That is also
chicks are
completely
getting
different.
fucking knocked up? Most chicks
Like,
are probably like
there is some
30,
sense of,
33
like,
and under.
Well,
I have a question to test that.
Gotcha.
Say a woman was pregnant and she got into a car accident and she was late in the term and her unborn baby is somehow ejected from her body, but they have it on life support for some reason and they're hooked up to one another, the baby and the mom, and you have to turn off one of them to save the other. Which one do you turn off?
The real is a mom. I mean, because that's gonna be a big part.
It's, in this hypothetical, there's a magical
Wait, how about-
necromancer that says, "Hey, by the way, like if we have
Can
to
I give you a
kill
better
one of them."
Basically, I can
hypothetical?
bring one.
Go
I can
ahead.
bring back one from life, basically.
Two
This
life,
isn't
yes.
much better. It's not much better, but like you run in you can only save a baby or a 30-year-old woman from a burning building. Who are you saving?
What? Wait, say it again.
Well, the baby is already
or
born.
a 30-year-old
The
woman?
unborn part is important.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make it even more easy.
30-year-old
'cause-
woman or a baby? I choose the woman.
Wait, unless you're saying the unborn baby has less value than the baby now, which even heavily more complicates things.
That
'Cause
I'm
how
just
does that
saying-
complicate things
understanding
at
was a
all?
baby's a
You'd
baby.
value a fetus over or not even a fetus, like a newborn over like a
A 30-year-old one.
Yes, or a
I-
30-year-old.
That's tough. I mean,
I
honestly,
absolutely would not.
I don't. You're not wrong, but you're not right.
Economically, no.
Okay,
Morally,
well,
yes.
Yeah, we're not.
I
just
mean,
not
if you kill the
morals.
1-year-old, you could. It's got more calories you could eat. Like I don't.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't. A 30-year-old woman has way more calories.
No, I said the 1-year-old over the newborn.
He's talking about the one in.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean, those are
No,
all.
I'm saying economically, I would say the 30-year-old woman, save the 30-year-old woman because we've already paid so many taxes to educate her and get her to 30 years of age. Whereas
she can
baby,
work.
we haven't spent anything on.
Well, okay, wait.
More of my
Okay.
tax money
Okay, well, okay,
has
okay.
gone into this 30-year-old
It
woman's
depends
life.
on her. It depends on her job now.
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
If
She
she's a-
went to school.
If she's a bum on the street, we
What if
don't
she's?
want her.
Yeah, what if she's a bum? Yeah.
She still went to school.
Well, what does that
Yeah,
matter?
but she's
if
still a
not doing
nuisance
it?
in
She
society.
sucked up my tax money.
Now she's sucking dick
Well,
on
it
the
doesn't
side
matter
of
if
the
she's not
road.
doing it. Yeah, now she's.
Well,
yeah, now
I have an
she's
investment.
tax
I have an
money.
investment in a bum
Well,
on
your
the street more
investment
than I do a
your
baby.
investment is
Did you
under
pay
the
her
ground.
$100
Your
on the
investment's
side
gone.
street?
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to kill the investment that I already spent money on and now spend more money on a new one? No.
Because
Yes,
because a
it's
new
some
one
con-
might actually
Yeah,
make you
because,
money.
Very
because
human
wait, because she is gonna cost money anyways, right? If she's a homeless person just sucking up like social security,
Mandate
and,
abortion, open the border.
Uh,
Open the border to all 18
Every
and up,
Republican in
baby.
the world fucking hates you right now.
So crazy.
No
funny.
more babies. They're too much. They cost too much money. Only 18 and up refugees.
Yep,
from
have them
now
all
on.
in Mexico and then have them shipped up here for work. Oh,
Sorry.
that's all right. It was a good tangent.
Wait, did you
Okay.
say you kill the 1-year-old over the newborn?
Would I kill the 1-year-old over the newborn? No, I said I would kill the newborn over the 1-year-old.
Okay.
I mean, kill. I wouldn't save
So
the,
would you
the
kill?
newborn.
Well, if you
Yeah,
had to kill one.
It's a
Oh,
lasso.
I have to kill. I'm actually
Well,
killing
so-
them now.
Well, also one is a lot easier to kill.
Honestly, I think they both be hard. I guess.
True.
No, like physically.
Oh yeah,
Not morally.
not morally. Yeah.
Literally. It's like goat see its head.
Mm.
What do you guys think about the women who like think abortion's hot? Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, like
That'd be fucking stupid.
Like
I think
they
dangerous.
get turned on. They get turned on to kill their own baby. You know?
People
You know what I
fucking
Like
get
Lena
turned on by
Dunham.
everything, but
Real.
stilly.
That's definitely a real thing that happens. 100%.
Oh, dude, everything you could think of.
I
is
think it
someone turned on by
happens
on.
a non-zero number of times. Yes.
Yeah,
I guess. That's true. I guess it has probably happened at least once.
I mean,
but-
maybe they don't get. Yeah, I mean, maybe they don't get like turned on too much.
Are you
by the
talking about-
idea, but like they just like really want it to happen. You know? Like
man, I just wish I had a baby right now.
There is
so
some
I
women
could
who
kill
get
it.
like postpartum depression and they like hallucinate that their baby's a demon, so they like drown their baby. That's like a real.
what?
Oh, like
Very
like
real
Christian
thing.
people and stuff like
yeah,
that, like
more
the
than
religious
like
people.
getting off on it. Yeah,
No,
more than getting off
it's-
on
I
it.
don't even know.
I think
No, I
there's
think it's
like
like
a
everyone.
a resentment or a disregard for the baby, especially with women.
Ugh.
There's this
Well, it's
postnatal
hers.
depression. It's like a common thing that happens all the time.
What is?
I mean, it's her baby.
Postnatal
So if she wants to
depression.
kill it, I don't blame her.
Like drowning their babies because they're depressed?
Like it's just all the hormones raging around. Like it just causes you to kind of go crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we
I have a
talking about?
question.
I
Okay,
ended up
you
in
have.
a dark place on the internet because I looked up fetish for getting abortions.
That's crazy.
You know,
That's gotta be a thing. It's gotta be a thing. Come on. Also,
You're
snooze.
Don't
definitely
look it
being
up.
tracked now.
Like I said, everything's a thing if you think about it.
Do women get turned on
Google it.
No.
by having abortion?
That's such a fucking.
You know that you're gonna fucking get called by the fucking FBI tomorrow, right?
Abortion is a medical procedure that is unlikely to be pleasurable, but it can be a positive choice for many women. Some women experience a
Wait,
decrease.
is that unlikely?
Somebody seriously answered this.
Impossible.
It's AI. Google AI answered this. Yeah.
Can be pleasurable. Okay.
No, it says unlikely to be pleasurable, but it can be a positive choice for many women.
But unlikely implies
Eh.
that there is some like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
it doesn't say
Yeah, yeah,
zero
I know.
pound of women
There's a
fucking
chance.
like it. It's unlikely.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
everything I do say becomes truth at some point. So I can
You've
just
spoken into
The
existence.
simulation is just
I
adding
just feel it.
shit.
Dude, the Matrix fucking hates our conversation right now. They're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Updated the simulation to add fetish for abortions.
No, I'm seriously. If I just like make up shit, sometimes
No.
it does end up being true half the time. I don't know why. I'm just like a curse on humanity.
start making up like winning lottery or some shit. Then. What are you doing?
Yeah. When you make up some good things,
Right.
Like you guys know a tree surgeon?
make up world
You
peace.
guys know a tree surgeon? You guys ever heard of that term?
Nope.
No.
Tree surgeon.
Tree surgeon? I literally came up with it the other
Some
day.
tree.
I literally joked around with some guy.
Surgeon.
He cuts down he cuts down trees for a living, and I'm like, are you like a doctor for trees, like a tree surgeon or something? I just like made it up.
Wow.
And he's like, oh, it's actually a real term. And I'm like, no way. So I look it up, and it's real. Yeah, that's like what he does.
Really?
Yeah. I just like make up bullshit and it ends up being true.
You should have said, "Are you a branch manager?"
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm very funny.
You're very
It's
funny.
amazing.
Quite comical.
That probably is the funniest dad joke. So I mean, it's pretty good.
I'm not a dad, but if I was, I'd get an abortion.
That's funny.
Yeah, when people make that comparison to like men getting abortions instead of women, I don't know I don't know what they're thinking about when they say that.
Well, it's stupid because they'll be like, "We're pregnant," Well, guess what? We're getting an abortion.
What
Are those
the
like
fuck?
are those like right Republicans or something? Where it's like where it's like wait, this is kind of like my decision, but it's our abortion, right?
Yeah.
Um,
That's somewhat
Yeah,
right, except for
probably.
men can always fucking leave because they're shitty. Some people. That's a problem.
You can leave your
Yeah.
wife if she wants to have an abortion. Fuck her.
No, I get that. That's why the women will be like, I can have an abortion
That'd be really
because you
funny.
might leave and be a piece of shit dad. You never fucking know.
Yeah. No, but it's
I
like,
think-
why would you get married to a woman and then like, how would you not?
Plan
I'm
on
sure
having
you've
kids
thought
or
about
whatever.
like, if you're leaving a
Maybe
woman,
it's the wrong time.
if you're leaving a woman because she's trying to have an abortion, I assume you've thought about this before, and it's like, why would you wait?
Well, you should
Why would
already, you should already
leave a
be on the
woman
same
because-
page. Like we're for or against. You know, like
Yeah.
if we have,
I think-
we're fucking.
Yeah.
Like you're
obviously, if it happens,
stealthily-
it happens. You know, what are we
It's like,
gonna do?
It's like, yeah, I'm
I-
fucking this woman,
I
I'm
think
marrying
you're-
her, but I'm like stealthily gonna divorce her if she ever fucks up and tries to get an
Right.
abortion. But I won't talk about it too. I won't talk about it though.
How many people do you think
I
in
think you're
relationships?
putting way too
Like,
much faith
pride
in
abortion.
the general population. I
I
don't
was
think
say, how many
that's,
people do you think date people and don't even find out like what they believe politically or whatever for like a year plus? You know, like people do that shit all the time.
How many people do you think date people and then their opinions change?
Some
because they're dating the
no.
other person? Or?
No, just
I'm
No,
during
but like
that
if you're
time.
planning if you ever plan to have a baby, you should definitely like that should be a conversation at some point before 9 months or
yeah, I
whatever.
mean, yeah, you're right.
or whenever, it's like you should definitely talk about that. That's gonna like affect your whole life.
Well, yeah, if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, been there, you know, let's say for a year plus, whatever. Yeah, for sure, you should have that conversation.
I mean,
No.
just if you,
It's not a
just if you
good
get
conversation
married-
to have with a chick after like 2 weeks of dating. Her like, hey, we're gonna fucking have a
Just to
baby. We're
get
gonna
married.
fucking.
Hey, you want an abortion?
It's
You want an
mainly- it's
abortion,
mainly
lady?
for- Yeah, it would mainly be the conversation if you're together a long time or you're getting married. That's kind of like the thing I would say.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like a year plus. Like if you've been with a chick for like a year, 2 years, you're pretty serious, and obviously you fuck a lot or whatever. So it's like you should probably plan in case something happens.
Plenty of people get married after like a few months too. So.
Oh, I know those people are silly.
Retards.
That's what I'm saying. Those
married
people are
after a
fucking
few
silly.
months. Oh yeah, my brother did that. He got married after I think like a month later or something.
A lot of them are fucking
No
military
way.
people
Did they
too.
divorce?
After like meeting a girl. Yeah. What?
Could they do a divorce?
No,
After?
they're still together. Like I think it's been like 8 years. Or something.
Losers.
Mm,
That's not.
Losers.
That goes against my intuition. I don't like that.
right? You're like
Yeah,
the
like,
2%
God.
that survives. Fuck. You ruin everything.
It
I
almost
thought
feels
of.
like an arranged. It almost feels like an arranged marriage. And then they
Look at
Maybe it was.
They
Maybe
don't
they made a
break up
pact at
though.
like 4 years old. They didn't know. You don't know about it.
How old were they?
how
when they
old
got
were they
married.
when they got married.
Married.
How old is he
Guys,
now? Probably
look
like
at this-
28 or 30 or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Something like
Look at this
that.
Whoa.
comment section I found on WeLoveTrump.com.
Oh God.
Fact check: Is the
Love
butt baby
Trump.
real? Homosexuals need to be kept in a mental institution for the insane.
Yeah, we hate them gay people, right?
You can't change a diagnosis of mental condition by pressure from the gay community! Exclamation point.
Wait, is this oh yeah, this is a Trump website. I knew
you
it. I
said-
knew it.
Of course. Well, he said it right away. He said it's like welovetrump.com or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I just yeah.
Just
okay.
by listening
I
to
like it,
the
I like
comments,
it.
you know, of course.
I found one down here that was really great.
There's
Hold on.
Is that a fucking
Butt
dildo?
plug. I also read
Butt
another
plug?
article about sperm in your rectum. Some scientists believe that this can be the cause of AIDS. God made male and female with sexual organs, which does not allow sperm to migrate into your blood system. The body
What?
has many blood vessels which can be torn during anal sex. Sperm can then migrate to other organs in the immune system. They feel that this can depress the immune system, which is AIDS.
Bro,
Wait,
All
I
I
feel
can
like
say
is
I feel
that
like
the
Brenda's
homosexuals
husband's been
have very
pressuring her.
disgusting and dirty habits.
Oh God.
I have to ask this question also. What happens to them when they get older? Incontinence? I don't think there's any surgery which will cure this.
Hmm.
Any
So-
man that desires the
Does that mean-
anal canal over a
Anal
woman's
canal.
vaginal
Anal canal.
is fundamentally flawed in their thought process, which in turn should never hold any office in our government, period.
I like how you put period.
You shouldn't be atheist.
Dog
too.
man,
He
Dogman
knows, right?
58.
This guy knows.
This
There
guy
are
knows.
times that the tree of liberty has to be watered by the blood of patriots. I will bleed on the flag to ensure the stripes stay red. Jesus Christ, Dogman 58.
Dude,
What's going on here?
Dude, these are the people that would die in fucking Major Applewhite's cult, dude. Like, they're that close.
Are these the January 6th people, like Trump supporters?
Well, basically,
2 years ago.
Well, they all support him, so I mean, they're basically Trump. They're basically the same thing.
Damn, this is wild.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Absolutely real. I worked as a nurse in endoscopy for several years. Some of the items pulled out of people's anus or rectum was unreal. One guy was called the Fruit. He came in every 2 weeks with all sorts of fruits and vegetables stuck up his butt. The doctor would get fed up, tell him not to come back, and he would go to another ER, eventually making it around to every hospital and return to us. Light bulbs, bottles, glass ones, animals. Ever heard of gerbling? These people were not trans. They were mostly homosexual males.
No. This has got to be satirical. This is no way. I refuse to believe that. Gerbil? Wait, look up gerbling. Look up gerbling right now.
South Park made fun of it, so it's got to be true.
One year with the burned out roaches left over from the 60s are running this place. We as a country have tried to look the other way. Now they're rubbing it in our faces. It's in our schools. It's men dressed up as women on parade. They're as silly as Buttigieg stretch marks, the first man to take paternity leave. I get it. Yeah. Ooh, yikes.
That was actually poetry.
Look up gerbling.
I don't know, man.
What is that?
I don't know, man.
Whoa.
I don't know. Are you curious now, though, no? You want to know?
One more thing. Someone needs to tell these perverts that babies don't come out of the
What
ass.
is that picture?
Everything else comes out of their ass or goes into it. I'll just
That's
refer
me
to
in
them
that
as
picture.
lip shits because they're lip shits.
I thought it was something else.
All right, Dogman58, just fucking out here. It's a good time, man.
We gotta read more like conservative. I mean, what is this from? Like
We love Trump.com.
Like Truth Social or something. Like,
oh, that's loud.
I just assumed it was Truth Social when I saw it.
Oh, sure. Let's fucking go. Oh, 2 years ago? Wow, this thing hasn't been updated in a long time.
I guess there's no more fans of Trump.
Is that the only merch they have? What
This is
the
it.
hell?
It's kind of cheap. $20 for a Trump one hat.
What if
Freedom?
Kamala, wait, what if Kamala? Oh wait, he can't lose, right? Because he has like God on his side. Right?
Trump 2024, which means they're at least updating that. The Daily Noah.
Are those the hats they're gonna wear when Trump like marches on the Capitol again? Like, is that what they're gonna Trump one hat?
Dude, people are gonna lose their minds once Trump loses. I don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen. It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, everyone's just gonna die this time.
Noah, great letter. I've had the same reservations about sending out some of your articles due to the name.
Realistically, it
because
probably
my
wouldn't
friends
be like
defend it.
it probably wouldn't be as bad as people think it is. Like everybody thinks it's like it could be the worst case scenario, but it's probably just be like, you know, they might destroy some shit and like, go home later. You know?
Well, the thing is, they already went for the Capitol, so like I can't imagine them not going back.
You might have like a few deaths this time, but I don't know. Like they'll probably be more prepared though.
That's
so
the thing.
I
They
imagine
better
won't be
have
as
the
bad. I
fucking
imagine it won't be
National
as-
Guard and shit fucking ready just to
Yeah,
fucking mow these
like they're
motherfuckers
probably
down.
gonna be a lot. They're probably gonna be a lot more prepared this time, so it probably won't be that bad, honestly.
Well, yeah, because they got a
I think
president
it'd
that's
be
not a
worse.
part of it in it.
What do you mean it'll be worse? It's gonna be worse with more preparation? That doesn't make sense.
No,
I mean,
no.
They just like blew through all the guards and everything, so it's not a guarantee that they wouldn't try that
You talking about last time or this time?
last time.
Yeah, well, I'm saying last time Trump didn't call anybody in because he was a part of it. So I'm saying this time Biden's in, so Biden can be like, "Hey, man, let's get this shit fucking ready."
How brainwashed? How
She's got
brainwashed you have
the
to fucking?
IQ
How
of
brainwashed you have to
offense
fucking
pose.
be to like to riot at the Capitol for like one like retard? Like,
Dude, and then you fucking
takes
then
a
you
lot of
think
brain-
that
that takes a lot
nothing's
of
gonna happen to you.
brainwashing,
All these people are like, they should be in jail or whatever. It's like, dude, fuck you. You guys fucking what's it called? Went to the fucking Capitol illegally. You know, what's that word? There's a word I'm looking for. I can't find it.
breaching.
Breaching.
Trespass.
Trespassing. That's the
breaching,
word. You're
yeah.
trespassing on the property. Like that alone, you already know you're going to fucking jail. And then you guys did the fucking all the other dumb shit of attacking cops and all this shit. You guys think that we're just innocent? We didn't do
You guys
nothing.
do you guys remember where you were the moment you heard that they trespassed on the Capitol?
I was at work.
I remember exactly what I was doing.
It was
Yeah, it was
Tuesday.
good.
I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's probably like this generation's like 9/11.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like We talk about 9/11. Now it's always J6.
I think it was way worse than 9/11. Personally.
Was that?
Well,
That's
on a
so
way,
fun.
yeah.
I was in such a different media sphere. My reaction to it was so different.
What 9/11 or this?
6, yeah, no,
Yeah.
1/6. I was just like, I don't know.
I remember.
I was like, oh, there's a nasty riot going on. Weird.
I remember crying. I was just like, our democracy.
I didn't even find out about it till like later that day. I was at work. All of a sudden, I got home and I seen shit at the fan. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck happened?
But I also completely believed that the election had been stolen at the time. So
did you guys?
I didn't believe that, but I was more pro Trump. Like I didn't mind Trump the first round, and then that
I was more pro Trump after that. Yeah,
yeah, totally. No, but that was my line on the sand. Like, dude, I don't know how the fuck people follow this dude. Like, he just did one of the worst things ever, and people still follow it.
I felt like it was the logical conclusion of the election being stolen. Like it was like, oh, the election's stolen. All right, fuck them. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. I mean,
if they had evidence of it, that'd be actually you'd probably be on their side. You know, like if there was really an election stolen.
They showed me just enough. They showed me that cut together video of the fucking shit not coming out. Coming
the police
out from below
letting
the
them in.
table.
Oh,
yeah,
that one.
They told me about the fucking ballot, all that shit.
I still get those from my brother. My brother, every time I talk to him about J6 and shit, he'd be like, look at this video. I'm like, dude, they had 60 court cases, went through all your bullshit videos. You think that every fucking one's lying? Every goddamn
I feel like
case?
just enough of them were.
I feel like it should be illegal. I feel like it should be illegal to always call like witch hunt when they're after you, but then not call it a witch hunt when you're going after like them for a fake election.
True. Well, yeah, they always play the fucking victim now. It's funny because they always say the other side.
Witch hunt.
Victim.
Well, like actually, you guys are terrorists, like fucking voting terrorists. So we don't trust you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I had some guy earlier talk to me like, "Oh, the Whitmore kidnap case was fucking." But like, are you fucking kidding me? Every single time, it's always fucking fake, right? Everyone, right? Okay. It's getting so crazy. The misinformation that people just fall for, all day, every day.
You know what's crazy? Like we were like, it used to be worse though, because like we like to think that like everything when something new happens, it's like the worst part of history, and we're all like gonna die or something.
Yeah, I get that.
But like. They used to like drown witches that weren't witches. That's why they call it a witch hunt, because like they would drown like these young women for being accused of being witches when there's like no evidence for anything that they were doing. And there was like normal people like just getting called witches.
It was a chick that cheated on her boyfriend or something, probably.
Yeah, and also it's like that was probably worse back then when people were doing that constantly, like Inquisition and stuff.
For individual people, but like this is like with the Trump thing, it's like they're trying to fucking tear down democracy. Oh, I'm okay. The Inquisition, okay, back then even I was talking about like the Salem witch hunts.
Yeah, they have like whole like fucking huge like political social movements like that like killed thousands and thousands of people, and like people were like were all for that. But it's like we don't really do that in this country. So
no, but this could potentially lead to it.
It could always be way worse.
It could, and this might not either. But people on the other side are fucking getting pissed. Like they're all. How many people here talking about this is leading to civil war? We're gonna have a civil war. Like the talks are a lot more than they have been for the last 100 years.
If you talk about it enough, your wish might come true. Like
true, that's my whole point. Like all this stuff is not necessarily bad right now, but it has the potential to get to that level. Like that's the issue that I have. It's like
you guys realize that they tried to kill Trump twice, right? Like it's already at that level.
No, I know.
Yeah, so he's gonna win the. So he's gonna
I'm
win
not for that either per se. I mean, I don't want him to run and shit, but
he literally can't die. No, he literally can't die, dude. They can't kill him. Like they got the fucking Trump assassinator 9000 on him, and they couldn't even kill him with that.
Dude, like he's a billionaire. He's the best.
He's got the holy shield on him.
That's how you know it's not the government doing it.
The leftist Terminator is 120 pounds.
That's how you know.
Twink with a red dot.
Government's incompetent, bro. They can't even kill Daddy Trump over here. Like, what the fuck?
And he ain't little, so.
Hey, what about the guy on the water tower?
Daddy. Water tower.
You don't know about that.
The Texas guy?
It's been a while. It's been a while since I thought about it. But
it's been a while.
It is.
Why would you get on a water tower to shoot people?
It is fucking crazy.
There was a water tower also that couldn't take shots.
It's a dumb. Yes,
it's a terrible, insane.
It's a fucking.
Is that one of the memes? Is that one of the memes like the Trumpies were talking about,
dumb.
where it's like he was on top of a water tower?
It is fucking crazy that we were literally less than 1 inch away from watching Trump's fucking head explode. that
That was
watching
amazing.
that MAGA
An
hat
amazing,
pop
an
off.
amazing moment.
That MAGA hat could have popped off a cloud of pink mist. It was
1
literally
inch is huge, by the way, but yeah.
if the humidity.
There's a picture of the scene with
Just
the water
saying.
tower visible and also the roof.
I don't think
where
it was
the
It's
shit
real.
really not that big. It's really not that big.
I think everyone was paid to be there, and
It's
it
pretty
wasn't real.
honest.
I think that's what happened.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
I think they were all paid $1 million by Biden.
It would be that's what's called sub MOA. If it's within an inch at 100 yards, I think it was, which I think it was. Sub MOA difference between history completely
He
forking.
is the man for the job, dude. Like God spared him twice. Are you fucking kidding me?
Honestly,
these
though,
stupid
if
little
he
cards,
fucking got
like,
shot,
they
though,
don't-
that's one of those things that could lead to a fucking
poor
all the people
firefighter.
in the right start a
Unlucky.
civil war. Like, oh, you killed our fucking leader. Now we're gonna fucking storm
Yeah,
the
dude,
streets
fuck
and
that
shit.
firefighter. He shouldn't have been sitting behind Trump. What a retard, right?
Yeah, he was
Am I right,
stupid.
guys?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, God said, "Fuck this dude."
I know everyone's
Lol.
God save Trump. Like, yeah, but he fucking
fucking
apparently hated the
retard.
guy behind him, right?
What a fucking
Sacrifices
retard,
have to be
bro.
made, okay?
There's only one thing I want to know actually.
Should have
about
been
this.
aborted.
Should I invest in stocks
Crypto,
now
yes.
or
Seriously,
after
though.
the election?
Oh, who wants to get
Hold on,
stocks?
Demons.
I can talk about stocks. I just spent a bunch of money on
Whatever.
that shit.
Okay, can I just say the answer is time in
Crypto.
the market beats timing the market. So
Cap.
True.
I am planning on
if you
investing for
can-
5 years.
if you're planning on investing for a long time, which you should be,
That's what
just
I'm doing.
Go ahead and invest right now, and it'll be a large roller coaster. It'll go up and down, but over time it'll go up. all you
Wait
need.
exactly 3 weeks, and then exactly 2 months after that, sell everything.
Okay, so
Or go to Polymarket and just put the farm on Trump.
There you
Buy
go.
low, sell high.
Buy his
There you go.
crypto. You'll make all the money in the world.
well, I have like over $500,000. I need to
You
put
have
them somewhere.
$500,000. You have $500,000 in just dry powder.
No, in crypto.
No, no, just in money that I need to put somewhere.
All right,
Yeah, that's called-
put some in
Bro, you have
CrowdStrike.
$500,000 just sitting in cash. What are you doing?
You have
Totally
to-
legal operations, my friend.
We don't
First,
talk about
okay?
You have $500,000 in cash, and you need to know.
Don't
where
you?
What? Is it under your
Happens.
mattress?
It
Jesus
could be in a
Christ.
bank, guys. Let's be honest.
Whoa. Oh, that's true.
What's a bang?
In
What's a bank?
Well, they don't have,
That's still,
they
that's
don't
still,
have cash at the bank. That's
No.
a
no,
psyop.
but that's still
Did he say
liquid.
cash? I never heard him actually say cash.
He said
Okay.
he
I
said
didn't
cash.
No,
Okay.
They don't have
say
cash at the bank.
No,
Have you seen those vaults? Those vaults are wide open. There's nothing in there.
I
don't
know
think
there
you
ain't shit.
understand.
There's
You
nothing in
just
there,
mean
bro.
if you say in the bank, if we're talking about banks, that just means liquid, meaning it's not tied up
Yeah, I know.
in assets.
P.
And you could put it
Banks only
anywhere
have to
you
keep 10% of the money they get intake in the actual vaults, so there's never really money in the vaults.
Every time I talk to a
Well,
conservative, every time I talk to a
Listen.
conservative mom, they're always like, you gotta vote for Trump and take all your money out of the bank because the banks are gonna crash and you gotta buy gold and silver and bottle caps or something.
I've been hearing that for
That's
20
because-
some odd years. My
That's
whole
good.
family's
That means they
Republican.
can't.
It'll,
Yeah,
it'll
they
Can't start a bank
eventually
run.
it'll eventually be true, but you can never know.
I mean,
When
gold
it'll
does
be
good. I
true.
mean, nothing wrong, but I mean, so do stocks. I mean, if you'd invested in most of these stocks 10
Yeah,
years
but
ago, you'd have
gold-
made all
gold
right
is
money.
poop.
Metals will underperform the S&P
Gold is poo poo
every
garbage.
year.
Yes. But I mean, they do go up, so I
You're
mean, they are safe.
losing-
That's the whole
Okay,
point. I
so-
think that's the point they're trying to argue is it's safe.
It totally depends. There's all kinds of different ways to invest in metals. Some are safe, some are not safe.
True.
And
I don't
probably-
do it, so
if you-
Also, it depends on who's running those futures. Like the whole fucking system breaks down. Like
Yeah,
you're
the
not getting
exchange,
that gold.
the places like the indexes of metals and stuff like that could be over leveraged, and you would never know. And they're out of South Africa or some ridiculous bullshit. Or you're keeping all the metal yourself, which means you're just gonna fill your house with metal and just keep it there. Okay.
Yes.
yeah, I know people that have
Fine.
fucking
I mean, it's,
safe full of fucking silver and gold and shit. So
It
yeah,
doesn't take
That's
that
another
much
place to keep
gold
it.
for.
I know, but I
Like it doesn't take a lot of space.
no, it doesn't.
Okay. People, I don't know. People don't think. Okay, if you have a safe in your house, and someone kicks in your door and sees the safe, takes about 2.5 minutes to crowbar a safe open,
Depends on the
depending
safe,
on the
but yeah.
model.
another-
Sometimes it
another
can take
safe.
as long.
Allegedly.
Sometimes
Another
it can
safe in
take-
there.
sometimes
I
it can
work at a
take
bar,
long.
and our safe guy
As
fucking
a
someone broke
professional
in,
thief,
and
I know
they
exactly
used
how long it takes to open up a safe.
Actually,
gonna see
my
this
gold
guy,
is
like, going
hidden
around. Yeah.
as supports on my walls, so no one's ever gonna find it.
So what model crowbar do you use to break open the safes?
Metal.
The burglar
Fists.
5000.
Safe cracker.
You can go to YouTube.
Can't
Go to
Yeah, you
tell.
YouTube.
can't say that. What the fuck?
Go to YouTube and look up safe defeat.
Jesus.
You can make
You
a
can
bump
see
key too. You could rob anybody's house. You can make a key and get
If you
anybody's
go to this
house.
website here,
If you go to the websites, there are websites.
if you go to this website here at crowbarsafes.com, you know, we have all the crowbars for popping open those
For big
those pesky
safes, little
safes.
safes, medium safes, gun safes, panty
Yeah,
safes.
Small
safe
safes
you
are so
wanna-
stupid. Small safes are so stupid. Like they just take the safe. Like
I know,
They
I know,
do, and then
exactly.
they just literally hammer it and break it open. It's like the simplest thing. But usually they're fireproof, so don't worry about that.
Bro, I have this church I frequent sometimes. And they have like 10 I want to say like 10 cameras at least in that fucking joint. It's pretty ridiculous. These are like the most paranoid like Christian evangelicals I've ever seen in my life. They have like cameras in every corner. They have like this giant fucking safe in this tiny ass room. Like nobody probably can't even get it out the door.
That's
like,
where they kept the
if someone wanted to
crackers.
steal that. It's like what the fuck? How many Bibles are you keeping safe in here? This is crazy.
All of them.
Well,
I've never seen a church like that secure. I'm surprised they don't have armed guards out waiting outside for me when I go there.
It's an Atari. I know what it is.
oh.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me because it's kind of funny when you see like paranoid Christians too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my family's full of them.
Is it funny?
you won't be laughing when the lizards crawl out of the sewers.
Did it make you laugh?
I laughed hysterically.
Oh god, did it make you laugh?
Tell me a joke, funny guy.
Waxy, you're
Well,
the funny
that
guy.
is why
Yeah.
David Bowie is dead.
Poor David.
I feel like the
Bowie.
excuse would be like we're trying to keep Satan out of the church, so we're being like extra paranoid this time.
That's the one Bible that doesn't get destroyed when there's a fire or a hurricane and shit. They'll be like, "Oh, look at this Bible survived." That's how.
That's how you know it's true. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you know it's all true. God's looking out for his own Bible.
They always say that, like, "Oh, but God didn't give a fuck about the whole building." No.
Yeah, it's like let the forest burn down, but like let this one shrub like exist still. Yeah.
I know.
Like
It's a sign. It's a sign. Yeah.
Have you ever argued with a Christian about like the translation errors and stuff?
My name is
funny.
Christian.
I tried to.
No, but I'm sure you
some
have.
people
It is the
have
funniest shit you will experience. Yeah.
Right. Do you read this in Greek or do you read this in Hebrew? Did you read this in what language?
Sometimes they don't even know what you're talking about either. And then
Of
I
course,
get really confused.
people think they found the whole fucking Gospels, whatever. They
Yeah.
found like a credit card size from like 40 years after. Like that's not.
They're like, oh, there's another. There's
the
another
first full
translation.
one is like 300 years after, 200 years after is the first full gospel. Like, okay,
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's another translation. I thought this is everything. Like,
Right.
there's literally
King James is the
there's a
only
lot of
one,
there's a lot
right?
of them who are like that.
And it's funny because now we have the NVI version. Like, you just did it again, and it happened in your lifetime. That's another translation. Like, literally. That's not what the Bible said in the beginning. Is what is in those Bibles, you know. But yeah, they don't give a fuck.
If they do understand at least that though, that they are different translations and that it originally came from Greek and Hebrew, then they'll usually like put in some like apologetic bullshit where it's like, well, actually, this is like God breathed, so like he still magically like fixed the translations throughout all the ages and did all this
Well, yeah,
fucking magic.
The Bible's
magic
inspired by him,
witchcraft.
so no matter how it happens, it's gonna be his Bible.
You heard that?
Like, like even when you bring logic and sense, it doesn't fucking matter because the whole God thing is illogical.
Bro, we have apologetics. All right, that's all the logic we need.
And I always think it's funny that these people have been using the same apologetics for 2,000 years plus. Like,
These people go to college for this. Why do I need to go to college courses to be brainwashed? Like,
well, in order to be like, so like my family's all Catholic and shit. In order to be a Catholic
Just
priest,
learn
you have to go to
apologetics.
school and become a certified whatever before you can become a priest and shit. So I mean, They force you.
That's correct. No, that's cringe though to have to like go to an actual
Yeah,
college.
you have to go to a whole university for 4 years, study everything about all the gods and all the philosophies and shit, so you can rebuttal people when people go, "Hey, man, did the snake really talk to people?" Oh, definitely. You know, like it's not a metaphor. It's nothing. You know,
it's
it's literal.
It's like if you're gonna be a preacher, you know, you're gonna have like naysayers come to your church and argue with you. So you better be able to debate them. So you got to go to college for that.
Yeah. I suppose better than being just a random Joe Blow dumbass you talk to on the road. They're like, no. Like, why? No. Like, just over and over. It's like, oh, okay. You got nothing of substance.
No.
Actually, you know what's funny about that? They'll go to college for like 4 years, and they come back from seminary, and then you have like this preacher who thinks he knows all the answers, and it always becomes like some weird like pseudo educated like intellectualism that's always like mixed with apologetics. It's really weird.
Yeah.
When you see these people.
Well, like I said, I know they study a lot of philosophy, so they try to take like their philosophy shit they learn, mix it with the Bible shit they learned, and they're like, all right, here's the version we need. That's exactly how they do it. Like I said, I had a buddy that I went to like high school with. He became a priest, so I watched him fucking do all this shit. It's fucking silly.
I mean, it's not, to be fair, it's not like complete garbage, but most of it is still like pretty bad.
I always think like if you were to take it like the Greek mythology, like if we knew that if you told people it's a fake story, but here's like the good of it, here's the bad of it, whatever you learn from it, I would have no problem. It's the people that literally believe like they're eating that cracker, it's a body and blood, they're cannibals. You know, like it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, what if we treat
this is why education, this is why intelligence and education are both equally important, because
correct.
You see, there's one where they have one where they're fairly educated, and the other one is like but they're so fucking stupid they can't make sense of any of it.
They're basically like, right wingers. Like some right wingers are per se smart, but they're so brain dead on what they think, like their ideology or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They can't. You could show them a graph and be like, "Does this graph go up?" Well, no, not really. It kind of just, it's like, dude, fuck you, dude. You see it. Like I can show you exactly what it is, but they'll still fucking try to swing it their way, somehow, some way. That's what the religious people do.
I want to spooky.
I want to start a cult.
I want to start a cult
again.
I feel like it's like the easiest way to like be a millionaire.
It is.
You don't have to start a cult. There's already like 50 cults out there.
Dude, just all the time, basically.
I'd be good at it.
I'd be good at it. I'd be the best Jim Jones ever.
I'd be unstoppable.
Or be like fucking what's the guy's name? Tim Baker or something, I think. Tom Baker? I think it's Tim Baker. The guy with like the fucking, didn't he have a cult or something?
Probably.
Allegedly.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Not Tom Baker. This is a different guy. Hold on. Is it Tim Baker?
Come on.
No, it's not Tim Baker either. Who the fuck is it? This guy had like the fucking, he was like one of the far right like doomsday people, and like he was a big like early 2000s. He was like pushing like his food buckets, this guy's hilarious if you ever watch him, but
no, I can't.
I don't remember.
I can't find him right now.
Look up like Tim Baker like food buckets.
Okay.
This guy would be selling like 50 pounds of fucking dehydrated food, and it's like, yeah, you can put it in your fucking bunker whenever the nukes go off,
Oh, Jim Baker.
Oh, that sounds right.
Jim. Yeah, I see it now. It says Doomsday's Food Bucket compilation.
This is some of the best shit you'll watch.
Some of the best shit you'll watch. That's funny.
Okay. The soup comes in 6
I'll say his
gallons
Baker was 2
of
Ks.
this.
I don't know.
Can you hear my shit
It
at all
weighs
or no?
almost 50 pounds. I know you don't want to hear this, but I want to tell you.
I'm saying, can you hear? I got the video on.
Jim Baker on TV.
No, I can't hear.
Telling you,
okay,
get ready,
never mind.
And you're saying, "Oh my God, why?"
It's funny though.
Why didn't
He's
I
selling a
order
big
something?
bucket of
I'm
creamy
gonna eat
potato
some more
soup.
if you're
Don't
not
worry,
careful.
baby.
Oh.
Oh my God.
It's like stuff like this though. How do you not
It
know
looks so
what they're-
fucking gross too.
Oh my God.
He's like, oh my God.
You didn't have lunch, right?
I did. He sounds like he's dying after he eats. He's like, oh my
God. This food is so good. It passes the official Mexican test.
Oh,
this is
don't worry.
Mexican food
This soup here passes the
real-life
official Mexican test. It's so delicious.
This is not
Mexican
gringo
approved,
food.
guys.
This is good food, and it is unbelievable. Yeah. One of the things we've done around here, we stick them under coffee tables.
Welcome to the Jim Baker Show.
We just stack them up and then put a cloth over them.
These are the most like southern, like far right people I've ever seen in my life. Just look at the crowd.
Dude, this guy tries to claim that if you buy like looks like 100 buckets of his fucking soup, he's like, you just put some piece of wood on top of it, put some cloth, and now you got a table and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, it's that guy.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
Or
I'm guessing you see him.
And you make a top.
Oh, I've seen all that. Yep. I wasn't registering the name, but then you said that, and I was like, oh yeah.
Coffee tables made out of food
I haven't
buckets.
seen any of this shit in a long time.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Power
hilarious.
goes out.
The power goes out.
And there's no trucks running. And the EMP bomb or whatever they're talking about for these last day events.
This day is the day Adam opened up his eyes for the first time.
Packs of coffee.
Yes.
You could trade them
oh my God.
for whatsoever you want.
Right now he's talking
you could
about
probably get a
if
new
there's a
car.
doomsday or
The
any bad
Bible
things
says
happen, you
they're
got
gonna
food
eat
forever.
their arms. The Bible says
Dude,
they're
my mom
going to eat
actually
their
bought this
babies.
stuff. I'm not kidding.
Because you
Forever,
you got to have enough food, guys. Because in the Bible it says they're gonna eat your babies, man. They're gonna eat the flesh off your babies
Then it says they're going to eat their children.
and their children.
That's what people do
Pretty sure my mom bought this shit
when they get
at some
hungry.
point.
My mom was a
Have
huge
to
fucking
plant.
Pat Robertson fan. That
I
was-
heard of him. I don't know what he did though.
he was a 700 Club. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, this guy just looks like a scam artist just by looking at him.
You know,
Dude,
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
they all are.
bartering. If you can't eat
I
it,
don't know who this guy is, but he looks like a scam artist. Just
You know who Kenneth Copeland is?
TV guy too. Oh, he's a televangelist. Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm saying, you know who Kenneth Copeland is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude fucking, for being a Christian or whatever, he has the worst fucking eyes. He looks like a fucking demon every time he looks in the goddamn camera. I don't know how people follow this guy.
I don't know why people buy into televangelists at all. That's kind of weird to me.
No doubt. It's the same as the whole Trump thing again. He's fucking selling parts of his suits,
Like, I can understand,
parts of
like,
his
religion.
shoes. Well, I'm just saying that.
Like I can understand like a whole religion makes more sense, but like just like one guy who's like a retard on stage, it's pretty strange. I'm
Well, he's
curious how much
smarter
about
than
that one
everybody
person.
else. That's always the key. They're the top dog. They're the smartest, the best, everything. That's why we listen to Trump talk now. He's got the biggest and best plan. He's the coolest, whatever, you know.
I've got the biggest cock.
You know, I'm surprised he hasn't said it yet.
I gotta watch the rest of this though later. It's really funny.
It is funny.
Go do something.
I just watched a little 5-minute clip of
You
it.
know it's huge, folks.
Don't worry, guys. My cock is tremendous.
Some
I like
people
how
have
it's,
said
I like how
this
it's,
is the
I like
biggest
how
they've
it's
seen.
Vic Berger. It's Vic Berger, Berger, and then presents
Okay,
Jim.
it's great.
Does that Jim Baker and Vic Berger? What the fuck? Sounds delicious.
Be like, maybe I will eat your children.
All these people look the same to me. They all have like the same eyes and like facial expressions.
Because they all probably study each other, you know? Ugh. Yeah, like I said, you can look at any televangelist motherfucking... They're all shady, stupid-looking motherfuckers.
I just don't know why people like believe in like total idiots though. And like they're clearly just stupid.
Who
They're
knows,
stupider.
man? They're stupider, right? Well, if the leader gets a D plus in class, then the followers are all D minuses or Fs.
Good point.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the whole thing is in
I don't
general,
know.
we need
I think
education.
I think the worst thing is like whenever people like give money to people and they just like like some old lady just gave up, just like took all of her like life savings, and
Oh, I
she's
know.
like dying from like fucking like cancer or something, and then she just gave all of her money away to this
Oh, I
one
know.
guy.
The people that are extreme. Well, God says I got to live poor. Okay. Silly.
Why is your preacher so rich?
I know. Well, yeah. Fucking. How many planes? Kenneth
Oh, yeah,
Copeland has
preachers
2
are.
planes.
Holy shit! If you're in like the South, if you're like in the deep South, and you have like
Yeah,
your own like big
if you're in
church, you know, like
Houston or
dude, holy,
Dallas
you don't even
or
have to. You don't even have to have like a big church necessarily. If there's like a lot of people around you, it doesn't have to be like that big. Like if you just have like followers, bro, they're gonna like make you a millionaire.
they're ride or dies, baby.
If you
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, if you get a fucking
like, there's so many, like,
21-year-old
rich-
kid
there's
that
so many rich
supports you, that
pastors.
kid's going to be a fucking 40-year client for you.
so many rich pastors, dude. It's insane. These people were like
And with like
basically
the Catholic
millionaires.
Church with it. So it's like you're just paying their
When I grew up in the church when I was a kid, my pastor like every year took his family to. He was like part Italian, I guess.
Mhm.
Every time he'd go to Italy, like different places in Europe every year, as like he'd call it like a little like missionary trip. But he maybe preached somewhere for like a day while he was gone, and then he'd be gone for like weeks. Like it's just a vacation basically.
Yep.
And then he'd take like money. He'd take a bunch of money out of the offering plates and literally just use that for the trip. And it's literally just like his paid trip basically. Like
Oh, yeah.
fuck, dude. Like you're literally taking God's money so you can go on a fucking trip. You're just a piece of shit. Like
to the max. And again, thing is, and you show people this, they don't care. That's the part that blows my mind is like, even when you show people evidence or whatever, like here's the facts. Like these aren't just, you can't argue these are the facts. And they'll be like, well, again, I don't know, man. I think you're fucking wrong, or these people are lying, or whatever, whatever excuse they come up with. I can't believe people that do that.
They can't admit they lost like fucking thousands of dollars for absolutely no reason.
No, I mean, I get it, but like I said, like I mean, I grew up, Catholic, and I probably believed to like 20s, then I started actually learning things, learning actual science and shit like that. And then I was like, oh, there's literally no proof. And that's when I got into like the studying the history and finding out there's only Bible fragments for 300 years. This shit's like, oh, and you guys think your books and all your shit's fucking real? Like, again, like once you actually know the truth, it's like, I don't know how the fuck you can keep following. I couldn't once I learned, I guess.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. It's like the whole point is you're supposed to have faith, but then there's supposedly all this evidence. And if the evidence is so great, then what do you have faith in? Like,
right. Faith is the absence of fucking evidence. That's the problem.
yeah, but if your faith is so strong, why do you have to cope with like like there's like facts and knowledge that's like proves everything? If you have like so much faith and like God's there,
I always tell people like, why is it that technology has gone way up and miracle claims go way down? Isn't that a coincidence? Like, does that not correlate to you? Like, we have people that can film everything and do everything all the time, and we don't see miracles like all the time. Why?
you don't get it.
Right.
God is shy.
Yeah, just
God works in
jealous.
mysterious ways.
He does. He got
does-
worse
He
mysterious
doesn't.
ways.
He
And
does-
recording allows him to be less mysterious.
True. You ever?
He doesn't show his true colors until the last moment when you're about to die in your bed. All right.
Yeah.
That's when it really happens. That's when the magic really takes place.
True.
Have you ever heard of James Randi, the Amazing Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's dope. I love when he goes in all this shit,
good
fucking
shit.
calling out. He's like, my job is to trick you, man, and this is what these people do, and I can show you how they do it, and he does it. Like,
And
and
he
people
knows
still
all
think-
their tricks. It's crazy.
Yeah, but then again, people still believe it. It's
James
just-
Randi.
Yep.
He had he probably still has it. Like he offers like $1 million
There's
to
a million-
anybody.
He
to,
died
like,
now, so 'cause he's like
prove,
96.
That's a good idea.
The Amazing Randy, James Randi. Classic Google.
He had a $1 million challenge every single day. If someone could prove they could do anything, psychic or whatever, talk to anything, he would give him $1 million, and nobody even got past the preliminary stage in like 40
But
years.
so he would just disproved like psychics and stuff all the time. That's pretty funny.
Anybody who ever tried.
Yeah.
He tried to get the big people. He was like, I called fucking Sylvia whatever and fucking John Edwards. I tried to get all these people on the show. They won't show up. I wonder why. he exposed Yuri Geller, this one dude, this magician in the 70s that fucking said he was a psychic and do all this shit. He's like, and then he went on Johnny Carson's show, and James Randi's there is like, don't let him fuck with this equipment right here. Don't let him fuck with any of it. Don't let nobody touch it. And when he went on show, he couldn't do it. He's like, oh, the power's not here tonight. Like, oh, I wonder why.
There was a psychic. There was like this psychic like little gay twink guy on fucking Destiny. These guys and these streamers were like talking to him, and they were all talking in a group. I think it was like a few years ago now, but I don't remember his name. But he was like a self-proclaimed like psychic, and he was like doing people's like palms and stuff. I think on Twitch or something. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. And like he's like, yeah, I'm like a fortune teller, kind of like psychic person, and I just like know everything about you, blah blah blah. And then like Destiny and these guys like basically just debunked everything like right there.
Well, of course. Once you know like how it's fake, you can ask and answer the right questions, like because like I've looked up how they do cold reading and hot reading and shit. What?
How can you disprove a psychic? Isn't there like a big science behind the palm reading shit?
There's no science behind it.
No, not like a science. I'm just using that word as a placeholder. They have like a whole fucking thing. It's like trying to disprove a conspiracy theory. All the fucking shit they got built up.
All roads lead to Rome, kind of fallacy. Yeah, I suppose. Well, the thing is, so like if you were to read my palms, right? If I was just Joe Blow down the road, right? And I don't know.
Destiny versus Aphrodite. Yeah, this was funny.
But yeah, if I was Joe Blow down the road and I don't know nothing, and this person says for $20 I can read your palms and blah blah blah, I might fall for it because I don't know. And this person, when they keep things so vague, and you go, "Oh, you're gonna have a good day in a week," what like just it's just so vague. Of course, it's gonna sound like it hits me, and then your goal will be, like I said, if you don't know anything about it, how they're meant to lie to you. Basically, it's like any magician and shit in general. Like their job is to lie to you. Now, if you know it's fake, obviously it's entertaining and fun. Like if a magician does it, cool, because we all know it's fake. But when a fucking fake person, psychic, and all this shit tries to manipulate your feelings and shit, go, oh, I'll talk to your dead dad and blah blah blah. Go ask him what's the safe code, because you'll never know that. Like that's how you disprove it. You go, okay, ask, tell me a specific thing, because you will never ever get there.
What do you think about those magicians who can guess like phone passcodes? Have you ever seen videos?
Oh yeah, those are mentalists. Those are dope. But again, they manipulate you.
Okay, how do they do that?
Because like when I listen, they know how you think. It's not they don't know what you think. They know how you think. So they know they can manipulate how you think to get your numbers or get your. You can pick a song or pick a fucking anything.
Yeah, those guys are cool though, because it's actually real, and they're using like science and like
yes, that's what I'm saying. But they're telling people they're entertainment. Like I'm saying, once you say it's entertainment, by all means entertain me. Trick me all the fuck you want. But once you start saying I talked to some god or some deity or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and they told me how I got this answer, well now you're fucking lying, and that's bullshit.
I saw one guy, he was making the rounds a little bit ago on the like Kai Cenat stream and shit like that. He went to TwitchCon and he was like getting these unsuspecting people, making them forget the name. And he's like, well, because I'm connected to the energy of the universe, I was just showing you what I exist in.
Right. Well, again, James Randi debunked everybody for 40 years. You'd think somebody would win $1 million. A lot of people tried. Not one success. Nobody even got past the preliminary. They couldn't even get far enough to even try to win money.
That's great. Who's winning money, and why would you want $1 million?
Yeah, who would want that? Especially in the 70s, when $1 million is like $10 million now, whatever. Like.
No, like how are they winning $1 million? What are you talking about?
Because it was called the Randy Challenge. Every day, every single day, if he would have $1 million, he added us in a vault or whatever in his office. If anybody could prove what they say they could prove was science, like he'd have his group of scientific people coming in and verify nothing's been fucked with, nothing. Tell me what you know, and everyone failed. Like I said, you can Google it. Look up the Randy Challenge. What's his name? Steve Banachek's another mentalist guy. He's really cool, but he helped him do that. It
sounds pretty cool.
Steve Banachek, actually, he was a high school kid doing all this magic and fake psychic shit. He got offered to work with the FBI because the FBI was trying to figure out if it was real or not. And James Randi told him, just fuck around and fake it until they ask you if it's real. Then if they ask you, you have to tell them, to be honest. So for 2 years, these motherfuckers never asked him if it was fake, and he just tricked them all the time and kept doing all this magic shit. Like, oh my god, this shit's fucking real. After 2 years, someone was like, "Hey, bro, are you tricking us?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, I've been fucking around this whole time. Like, you guys let me touch the spoons, so obviously I can fuck with them, so I can do my cool, like all this shit." But I'm saying
the
government
fucking
wasted.
FBI and CIA are like a fucking cartoon government. Remember when they tried to get that
so
drug
fucking
lord?
funny.
They painted like a roadrunner thing on the wall.
I know, man. It's so baffling. So, like, there's evidence. Like I'm saying, the whole thing is people can see all this fake shit, and so it's crazy to me that people still continue believing the fake shit. Back to religion, in a sense. Like, we know it's fake. Stop trying to believe in it, or at least come with some real evidence, not just fucking apologist nonsense. I would tell everybody, look up The Amazing Randy and his shit. You can watch all of it. You can watch some of his tests and shit on YouTube. Like, you can watch how they do the test, and you can watch people just fail every time. They say they can move a book. The book doesn't move. I can tell you which weapons from World War II. They can't tell you which weapons from World War II. Like, whatever. Like none of these people can do what they say they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're ever into magic per se, anybody watch a show called Fool Us with Penn and Teller?
Yep.
That's a fucking dope show. I like watching that show.
Have you seen?
They're fantastic.
Have you seen their other shows?
Which one?
Have you seen their other shows?
Yeah, those are good too.
Bullshit was really good.
Bullshit was really.
Bullshit was really good.
Yeah, man. I would love to go to Vegas to see them.
Do you know about Darren Brown? Like he's an English magician kind of guy.
Yeah, I
mentalist.
think I've heard of him. I think I've seen some of his stuff. He's pretty cool too.
He had like a experiment called like the pressure or something like that, and he set these people up. Got about 30 actors and one real guy who didn't know it was a show, and he set up like a whole house party thing, and every time he like induced this guy to a situation which would give him the feeling of guilt, he'd play like a sound in the background, so he subconsciously associated that with guilt.
Yep.
And then he put him in a position to kill a guy where it seemed like a morally ambiguous thing to do, and he played the sound, and the guy killed him without knowing. Like, it was all fake.
Yeah, crazy. I know shit's cool. They've done a lot of studies of like manipulating, like they did with like electrocuting people to see how far someone would go. You know, like it was like 1 through 10 pain level, and if you do all 10, you get paid like $10,000 or something. And when you're by yourself, everybody would shock the person all the way till then. And even if they could hear it, like they had an actor on the other side fucking fake screaming and you know.
Yeah,
and
I
everyone
heard
did it.
that fucking fake screaming. I would have been fucking laughing. That shit sounded so fake.
I know, right? But then they did it with people, you know, with another person, and that person stood up at like round 5, like, I can't do this. Like, yep, I can't do it either, you know, like. So I mean, they've done a lot of studies.
Do you think?
Stuff.
What do you think the percentage of people who thought it was such bullshit that, like, no way they're gonna let me kill somebody?
Yeah.
You know
what percentage?
Yeah, what percentage of people would be like, no way they're gonna let me kill somebody?
Mm.
On the other side of this wall, there's no way that any body, any
is getting electrocuted or whatever
is going to allow me. No, is going to allow me to electrocute somebody to death for the sake of some kind of experiment.
I bet
That's
you.
insanity.
I bet you. Everybody thought they wouldn't die, but everybody knew that you would be fucking electrocuted like to like extreme pain. You know, like so even like for the morality aspect, like to know that for $10,000 that you would fucking torture somebody for like 5 seconds with some of the worst pain in the world, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, it's worth it.
I'd still do that. I'd still do that shit though. Like the person
Yeah,
on the
it's a
other
risk
side of
I'd
the
be willing
world.
to take, you know.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
The other person on the fucking other side of the wall, they agreed
Everybody.
to it too.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
fucking
fine.
with that.
And that's what they proved. Everybody would do it by themselves. But again, once somebody was in the room with you and they said like, I can't do this because it's too, I can't, you know, it's not, it doesn't sit with me. everybody agreed with them once that happened. Yep. Now he'd be the fucking pussy.
What were the person? Yeah, what were the people in the room saying?
Idiot.
Well, let's say after like round 5, 6, the person would be like, I don't feel comfortable fucking hurting this person. I don't even want the money. Kind of like I'm good. I don't want to be a part of this. And like I said, the other person that just did the whole test by themselves, they'd be like, oh yeah, I can't do this either, even though you just did it yourself. Like when you're by yourself. But it was a test to show like peer pressure, like how it's one of those things like you look at the elevator, you enter the elevator, everyone's looking at the wall in the back. Eventually, that person always ends up turning around and looking at the wall at the back. They don't know why. They just do it because everybody else is doing it. Like
it depend about like the contracts before. If they were like, if this guy dies, you are not liable, then I'd be thinking there's like a chance this guy dies. If that wasn't in there and it was just like it's gonna be,
you're right. I guess I
didn't
read the contract. I mean, in the sense, so I don't know what they agree. Like I said, I'm assuming they didn't think they're gonna kill him, but they thought they're gonna cause great bodily harm, which almost just as bad, obviously.
If they clarified it was just pain, even if there's another guy in the room, I'm gonna be calling the other guy a pussy. Like,
Add me smashing the shit out of the button.
I'll be smashing.
What's the issue?
Just going
pain.
for it. Oh shit! Do I get his money too if I do it alone?
Thing.
Jesus Christ! Yeah. Fuck off! Hey, leave the room. They tested the wrong people. I'm telling you.
They tested the wrong people.
If I was in there now, the screaming continues. I'm just smashing the button.
Like, hurry up, let's get over with.
Yeah, they do it one time without sound, second time with sound. I'm just smashing it.
Can I do it again? Can I go through this round again so I get another 10 grand, please?
Yeah. Why did it stop? Come on.
The other guy's like pulling you off the buzzer. You need to.
No, let me know.
Sir, we have other contestants, sir.
I need the money. Yeah.
You end up killing him too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy stopped screaming. Can you replace him, guys? Can you what the fuck?
How much more money do you have?
They couldn't keep up with me mashing the button with his screaming. They'd have to be like, no, there's like a 15-second cooldown, this and that. They have to like, oh my god, and then I have to listen to him screaming in agony for 15 seconds, like, oh
it's
my
like
god.
The computer games, you watch the bar just go down on your fucking button. You're like,
yeah, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, okay, we get it.
You're like, hurry up.
Yeah.
You just leave the room, you get a fucking...
I'd fake it out once, I'd smash the table, I'd fake it out once to see if he would scream,
like the RuneScape AFK shit where they get like a fan so it'd click for him to fish. You set that shit up and you leave the fucking room.
Whoa.
What are the rabbit holes?
Morally superior. That's cool.
Have any of you guys voted early at all? I haven't. I'm voting the day of.
Yep.
I haven't yet. I need to read my fucking. Oh my god! Dude.
I just read all my fucking my area,
is so fucking big.
like my the schools and shit. Because I'm like, it's like anything. Everyone cares about the presidents and the senate. It's like, who the fuck is running my city though? Like, who's running this shit? I had to look all that shit up yesterday.
Dude, my city voter pamphlet is as big as my state and federal voter pamphlet.
Yeah, this year for me at least, there was a lot of people. A lot of them are judges and shit that. They're not even running against anybody. So I'm like, why don't we just put that on your auto win? Like, nobody's even running against you.
Oh, we also got ranked choice voting in my city.
Oh, do you? That's pretty dope.
How's that going?
It's our first year with it, so we're going to see.
Hey, man, good luck. I kind of think it's a good idea.
I don't know.
Fantastic idea.
I guess we'll see.
Do you know that?
Fuck primary.
So, like, in the beginning of America, like, let's say, like, 5 people ran for president. The top 2 were, top 2. They forced the number 2 to be president.
But the way to fuck with it is to just vote for one person.
What do you think the odds are? Everybody voting for one person.
No, I'm not saying everyone does that. I'm saying you tell everyone, hey, there's ranked choice voting, and then you and your group vote for just one person. So then other people are voting
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and you are only voting for the one.
Yeah, but then I mean, that doesn't do anything.
I was supposed if your guy was number 1, he just had more 1 votes.
Right.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's only the second
round. They don't
round.
run off to anyone else. Right. I would, but they don't run off.
No, it depends on how.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
assuming it's doing it. So like, it goes off of the, what was it?
It's the-
It's
the two
elimination,
can't-
right? It's like one. They like do it all until there's a majority, and then like if there's not a majority, then the last few candidates get dropped out, and then
What are you talking about?
Your second place goes to your
So-
first place.
So say a bunch of people, I don't know, candidate 1 has like 30% of the vote. Candidate 2 has like, I don't know. I'm a little stoned.
Say it's
I don't know if I
30,
can
30,
do that.
30. Right?
Yeah, say it's 30, 30, 30.
10.
And then it goes, well then, Jesus, how does it even go to the second round? What happens there?
No,
The
it
10
goes like
would
yeah,
drop
30,
off.
30, 30, 10. Drop off the 10. Whoever had voted 10, right? If 10 was their first vote, it would knock down, and then it would go to 2, right?
Okay. I don't know. I know that I'm right, but I
If
can't
I would do
defend
ranked
myself
choice, I
right
guess
now
I would
'cause
just
I'm
do.
intoxicated.
I'd have only 3 people. Like, let's say you can have 10 people running. I'd still only be like, you can vote for 3, 1, 2, 3, and then keep it simple. I guess that's how I'd run it.
Yeah, it's hopefully it's how we're gonna rebuild our primary system. Our primary system is fucked.
Yeah. Well, good. We just found out with this current primary shit. Technically, your vote doesn't matter because the party can vote for whoever. I mean, you obviously they vote with what the people vote, but technically it doesn't truly matter. They can pick whoever the fuck they want.
But I just mean like you have this race to the fringe and then race to the center. Typically, well, at least typically, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You usually go more extreme in your party and then center for.
Well, yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like, what percentage of people vote in the primary? It's like 10% of the people vote in primaries. Nobody goes to the fucking primary.
Yeah, nobody does.
And the people on the fringes do. The people who are really motivated do.
Yep. No,
And so
you're
you
right.
just get fringier and fringier candidates.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's high time to reform that shit. And let's get ranked choice voting in. And let anybody who wants to fucking run or can get 100,000 or however many can get 10,000 names on a signatures gets to put their name on the ballot. And then you rank your top 4. Done.
Yep.
You want to call yourself a Democrat? Cool. You want to call yourself a Republican? Cool. Whatever. I don't care.
Honestly, sometimes I think, sometimes they should just get rid of the DNR in general. Just be like, here, you run as a person. Like, you're this. Run. People like you, don't like you. Like,
yeah, but that would,
you'll know by how they.
It puts too much pressure on the voting block. We're shitty voters. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but
can't
how
even
many
take
people vote
responsibility for
just D
Senate or-
because or just R because? Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Like,
We do, but it's because we're lazy as fuck. Why else would we? Why else would the House and Senate have such low approval ratings? We vote them in every other fucking year.
yeah.
Like if the House sucks so bad and everybody hates everybody in the House of Representatives, they're shitty and have what, like 30% approval rating?
Probably not even.
They have to run every other year.
Well, yeah.
We keep on voting them in.
Every 2 years.
And we keep on voting them in because the primary system fucking sucks.
Well, again, like I was talking about earlier, like the problem is like once you get more localized and more, most people don't even know who's running. Like they just go,
Right.
"Oh, who's running for mayor of my city? I don't fucking know." Here, who's running my state rep? I don't fucking know. Like people only care about president and senators for some reason. Like those are the two that people care about. Besides that, yeah, it's the fringe, like you're saying, the extreme people that go, "Oh, I need to know everything about who's running my schools, who's running my things, who's running this."
Like, I'm essentially forced to vote for Ilhan Omar. Like, I
You're from Minnesota?
don't want to, but
Dope. Me too.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her really.
Because
in
nobody
general.
can have a meaningful, like, challenge to her.
Well,
Yeah, there's nobody will challenge her.
She has won. She has won, or she
she
is
was
one?
going to win by a lot
Both.
because not to be like whatever, but she's Somalian and that area is all Somalians. so she's gonna get all the votes. I mean, that's
Right.
how it is. She
there's
gets like
that- there's
90% of
that,
votes.
too.
Yeah, she's gonna win like 90 to 10.
It does. Yeah, but like, are you from the Twin Cities?
I live in like the northern suburbs, like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. So like, Edina's part of her district.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Fucking Edina.
Yeah, just a very slippage of it, but yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But so like for me, like I got a former cop running and a fucking medical guy. The medical guy's the one I want. His name is Paul Pauline, but he is I live in Trump land, so I can never imagine winning.
Has anybody seen the movie Mighty Ducks here?
I have for sure.
Everybody seen the movie Mighty Ducks?
I know
No?
I have. I don't know if anyone else has.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a
Just
great
you
movie. You
two.
should watch it.
Absolutely
Sure.
should watch it.
Old.
It's
Yeah,
old.
the
It is
Ducks fly
old.
together, man.
True.
It's like 92.3, I'm
Ducks
guessing.
fly together.
You got to know what the
They don't
fucking
make them
flying
like they
V
used
is,
to.
okay? If you don't know what the flying V is,
Now,
you're
and
lost.
The knuckle puck?
The knuckle puck, that's
Don't
number
even
2,
get me
baby.
started on the knuckle puck. What?
What? You don't even know about a knuckle puck.
You don't even know what a knuckle puck is. You don't get to know
I
what a
keep
knuckle
hearing
puck
knuckle fuck.
Yep.
Only my microphone can pick up my F noise.
Right. That's funny.
It's a very small cone in front of my face.
Pretty average sized.
Well, there's a good team and a bad team in that movie. The bad team is from Edina.
They are fucking cake eaters.
Fucking cake.
A
eaters.
dina? Like a diner?
Yep, Edina.
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 Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you ever watch when the Super Bowl was in Minnesota? They fucking did is this Minnesota City or whatever? And people get so confused or try to say the names of the city like Matamii. Be like Maha, Bada. Oh, dude, there's because we got a lot of Indian because it used to be Indian land, so we got a lot of Indian names. So you go to people don't know the names out here, so you tell like, hey, read this for me. They're like, oh, and so confused.
Lake Badaskama.
Yeah, there's Bemidji. You try to tell someone to sound this word out, they're like,
We renamed a lake that forever was Lake Calhoun in Minneapolis. Yeah. Beautiful lake. It's iconic. Beautiful. It's an iconic spot in Minneapolis, and they renamed it just I don't know what 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, something like
that.
Badaska.
And like, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I'm butchering it.
Yeah, I probably do them too. I don't even say it. I just say Lake Calhoun. I'm old.
So do I.
People are always like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, Lake Calhoun. Oh, okay, thank you.
First fellow Minnesotan I've run into here.
Same here. That's why I was like, "What?" It's a rare breed. But yeah, like I said, I'm in the northern part of the suburbs. Sherburne County.
I'm in Minneapolis.
You're in Minneapolis? That's tight. I go there for Timberwolves games. That's about it.
Sick.
I used to go clubbing and doing all that dumb shit, but now I'm old, so I don't go out no more. I got kids and stuff.
You should check out New Lake. New Lake Street's dope.
Is it?
Yeah, they've totally rebuilt it.
Nice. Yeah, maybe I will.
I mean, it's not fully done yet, but they've they're rebuilding it, and they're doing a really good job with like loan programs through the city.
Yep.
For businesses that want to come in and revitalize Lake Street. They're doing a really good job.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, they can it's part of Minneapolis shit, dude. They can make so much money and do all this cool shit, but when you got to handle shit right. You can't just fucking let that part of the city go fucking down the drains like it was. Prostitution, all that shit everywhere. Dumb shit. Like you just can't allow it.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm just saying, like
Lake Street was bad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a running gag joke out here. Like, oh, you need to get a hoe? Oh, you went to Lake Street? Yep.
And it's like even before 2020, even before the riots, right? Like it was shit. Like it was not a place you wanted to be.
Nope. Like I said, if you wanted drugs or you wanted hoes, that's where you went. I mean, that's what it was, you know. But yeah, I'm glad to hear they're making it better though, because like I said, now they actually make money and do something with that property. That'd be fucking nice.
And they're also talking about making George Floyd Square into something too.
Are they?
Which I don't know how much I like, but
it depends. I mean,
it's
whatever.
It's better than nothing. It's better than
well, again,
keeping it
if they're
shitty.
they're gonna make the city better for the youth and just everybody in general.
Yeah,
it's a positive.
I mean, isn't it a joke to like name like the worst areas of your city after like Martin Luther King or George Floyd?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Like that seems to be what happens. Like in
Dave
Portland,
Chappelle
where
has
I
a joke
am,
about it. He's like, go to any Martin Luther King Drive and be happy as fuck.
No.
You ain't gonna you're gonna get robbed.
That's it.
It is funny. It's
absolutely
ironic.
Martin Luther King Lane or Martin Luther King Street is in Portland one of the worst places you can be. It's got like a bunch of different homeless shelters on it. It's it's a scary spot.
It's funny how that happens, right? Though, I mean,
yeah, just coincidence.
That's what I would assume, right?
I mean,
I can't have no proof of malicious intent, but who knows?
Yeah.
It just happens to be like, it's
10,000 examples, but hey, don't worry about it. Happens. Another one. Oh god, wow! Look at that! Wow.
I mean, I wonder if the naming happens locally, right?
It has to be
like if the area that it.
Which comes first,
well,
the name or the
it could even be
the
more
shitty place for the name, yeah.
It could even be more localized than that. It could be like neighborhood based.
Not in Minneapolis, I don't think. Maybe though.
I mean, we've got.
I know Minneapolis is pretty fucking big. I understand.
Neighborhood councils. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I could try to look it up quick. Hold on, let's see here.
It's a good city.
Who picked?
It's an underrated city.
Name for George Floyd Square.
Was it just me, or was it the first cold day of the year today? The cold felt different today.
Yeah, maybe because we got some rain. That didn't help. Like it was that football. His last football practice today, and they canceled it.
Pussies.
That's what I said. Adrian's like, "Oh, we have no practice." I'm like, dude, you're so fucking lucky, dude. Like we would have to play through fucking anything, dude. Like if your game is Thursday, you played motherfucking Thursday. There was no fucking
And on top of that, it was like 2-a-days were really 2-a-days.
Oh, when I was in high school, yeah, dude. You get there at fucking 7:30. Your practice will be at 8 till 11. You get 1 hour off. Then it's 1 to 3. You're there all day.
Yep, same here.
I just I know kids are different. I know. I'm trying to explain that to my one kid. He's in 7th grade. Just playing football and shit. I'm like, dude. I get what you're saying, but you don't truly know. And I guess it's the same thing for like us and like my parents. Like they had to play tougher too. They didn't get fucking water during practice and shit. They're like, water, pussy. You want to live? Stupid. It took fucking Corey Stringer dying for fucking people to care.
We can have a break when someone dies, okay?
What?
Heat stroke doesn't exist.
True.
No, like I said, Corey Stringer died. That's when it became an issue for real. That's when people were like, oh.
For sure.
We gotta fucking not fucking work these people to death in the fucking heat like this. Okay.
See? I told you.
Come on. Why can't we?
Died suddenly.
You can.
We should.
For what I read about the George Floyd thing, it looks like the city purchased the abandoned Speedway gas station in the intersection of that area, so the city paid for it to be renovated.
Yeah,
at least paid for the property, and then.
And now they're talking. Yeah, they're talking about turning it into something else. the city owns it, but they're talking about like making it either a proper memorial or something. Because right now,
it says
I only live a few blocks away from it.
It says there's a timeline to gather community input on permanent memorial and redesign of the area with implementations and construction taking place in 2026. So that's the plan.
Cool.
Yeah.
It'll be good for my property value.
Hell yeah. You know, most people get pissed when their property goes down, but so like it went up 3 years in a row, but this last year went down, and I'm so happy because I saved like $100 a month in bills.
You guys have high.
I mean, relatively, I mean, I think it's like $2,400 a year, maybe something like that. No, it's way more than that. I pay like I pay like low. I don't say I pay like $450 a month. So what? So like $6,000, maybe $5,000.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know if that's high. I'm assuming Minneapolis must be more because it's a bigger city. It's like anything else.
I think I pay $5,800 a year.
So not too much higher. Like I said, I just knew because I said it's Minneapolis. Closer you are to the major cities, the more expensive things are usually.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince my wife to let us sell the house and get a fucking spot in a high rise.
In a high rise? Yeah. That's not too bad. You don't worry about lawn care and all that other bullshit. So I mean, you gain some, you lose some, I suppose, because now unless you don't mind neighbors next to you, like an apartment kind of style,
So I was the reason why I want to is I was looking at it. Some of these high rises have literally like 2 foot
divider kind of thing,
walls in between. Yeah, dividing walls between other apartments.
Yep.
With like specific noise canceling shit in between.
Oh, I bet it's getting awesome now compared to what it was,
Yeah.
No, like I said, I mean that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, it depends, do you want to be in the city or like edge of city? There's a lot of variables, I suppose. I mean, you're the one that knows, but.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm going to end up in Edina. Who am I kidding?
That's the goal, baby. That
or Eden
Prairie, where it's rich.
Or Minnetonka.
Yep, another one.
I won't cross back. I crossed the river. I grew up in the St. Paul side.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I crossed the river, but I'm not going back.
That's my mom's side. What's that, like Butler Avenue or something like that over there?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's where my mom grew up. That's her side of the family. So whenever we had fucking
nice
once a year, we'd have the family get together. We go to church over there, go to this little fucking Lebanese church, and blah blah blah, and then go there and eat. It was awesome. I get out of school one day.
My family's in Matamidi.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell somebody from not Minnesota, tell them, try to read that word.
I know, right?
They'd be like, what?
My Gooners, what's up?
What's happening?
Oh, I don't know. I was watching CNN. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody was getting shot at today.
No October surprise yet.
They were looking at Harris's rally with Obama.
Oh yeah.
She was saying some stuff. She was like, as our former president would say, yes, we can. And I was like, fuck you. Pump the "we're not going back" meme. That was a better meme.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I feel like that's a good or a bad thing, depends on who you are, but she's going to a lot of the Obama like rhetoric or like how she's presenting herself. She's trying to copy his run, I feel like.
Yeah, this was the first time that they've ever campaigned together. So the people are like covering it and they're getting soy about it. Kind of cringe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people are always going to be. People still think that Obama runs everything right now. I hear that conspiracy all the time.
He do. Every time a bomb is dropped, Obama gets his wings. He has so many sets of wings now.
Yeah, no matter what.
Well, what are you guys up to?
Shit, man. Just been bullshitting for like the last hour. I got to put my kids to bed in like 15
Literally
minutes.
just finished my ballot.
What?
Just finished my ballot.
Oh, did you?
Did you voted, or was it a mail-in?
Yeah.
I voted earlier today. It was weird.
Yeah,
You haven't voted
I'm
A
old
whole bunch of
school.
people, because I live in like a huge Republican-dominated fucking precinct, and it's all these people smiling at me and saying thanks for voting. I'm just like, do you know who I'm voting for? You don't. You would not be saying thank you. I swear to God.
That's how I feel
I
too.
bet poll workers. I bet the poll workers are probably more on your side, more than you think.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
think they're
probably
supposed to
right
have half
about
and
that.
half. Honestly, I think like there's supposed to be like a rule or law that I think it's like there's 8 poll watchers. 4's got to be Republican. 4's got to be Dems. They got to agree to it. I think.
Yeah, but they just have to be registered.
Well, those are the watchers, but they're not the volunteers who work the polls.
Or the non-volunteers. Right? Like, there's a bunch of paid people that are there.
Well, I'm saying the paid people I think have to be half and half. So he's talking about it's like the volunteers. I
No,
guess
the paid
I don't
people
know.
definitely don't.
Yeah, I mean they can obviously.
That would be very
lying.
illegal.
Yeah.
No, that would be very
I had
illegal.
this adorable old lady with these colored streaks. They weren't like dyed. She just had like fucking like tinsel in her hair of all different colors. And she was like apologizing to me, and she says, "I've been here since like 6 o'clock." I don't know if she meant 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. because she was like flubbing her words as she was trying to do her script to me.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm sorry, I've been here so long, I'm tired. I'm just like, thank you so much. Calm down.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. Like that's it. She had cute tinsel in her hair. I've never wanted to like kiss a 60-year-old woman on her forehead so much before.
Oh, that would have been sweet. You should have done it.
Well, later. To be frank, I think I've met her before. If I see her again in the supermarket, she's getting that forehead kiss, and I'm going to jail.
I'm going to jail.
Are you gonna?
Like,
are you
ladies,
gonna
is
get
this
on it, too?
consensual, please?
I've heard that consent is sexy.
I usually go cutie. Hey, cutie. It's not too hard, and people like it.
At least what my wife says.
Well, yeah. I mean, your wife.
Not too hard. More. True. Fair. Sorry, I don't have those problems. I'm just like our overlord, the Great Gravy Gnome. Hard 24/7. I'm Kuman.
The Great Gravy Gnome?
Yeah, the Great Gravy Gnome.
Fuck the Great Gravy Gnome. This fucking spaghetti monster has your fucking lunch.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I mean,
I feel like you're trying to convert me to a religion.
What are we talking
I'm sorry.
about?
I've already received the calling of the Gravy Gnome. I can't.
May his noodly appendage touch your heart.
Is it fettuccine?
One day. That anteater looking dick. One day.
What? Oh. Voting is kind of hard. Like, looking up all the shit on all the random little candidates suck.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I did last night. That's why I brought it up, because I'm like, did anybody else do this? So, like, last night I had to go through all my fucking, like I said, my mayor, all this shit, because, like I said, nobody gives a fuck. You like hear about the Senate and the fucking president. Maybe some House of Representatives, but not many.
Yeah, if you have a good
I
one.
mean, I don't know. I'm already tangled up with like the political goings on, at least in my county. That like all of those votes are simple for me because I'm from Florida and I'm a Democrat. Like, should we retain any of the fucking like Florida Supreme Court justices? Yeah, I'm just gonna blanket vote no. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, and you're probably not wrong. But in general, if for society to be better, we need to have more education on who's running our shit. Like, you should honestly know. I mean, we should know more about them. Like, what are their actual like the mayor of my city? I mean, it's like 25,000 people. It's not small. It's not big, but it's like, what are your actual plans? Like, I've never heard one plan.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard anything from anybody who's running
you ever
my
been to a
city or
city
my
council
county.
meeting?
Huh?
Have you ever been to a city council meeting? Have you ever attended one?
I've gone
You
to
should.
one, and they're like every month, I think, once a month. So I mean, I guess I could go to more, but
Well, no, you don't have to go to all of them. You're based for even trying it one time. Do it again though. It's interesting.
it is. I mean, yeah. Like I said, once the
I
election season started coming around, I
I
try to
have
watch
to.
more, pay attention more.
My boss makes me do that. So.
Oh, really? He's trying to
I
pound.
mean, it is. Yeah. I mean, I've gone to more than a few. It's interesting. It's just so dry.
That's the issue. Unless, especially if they're not talking about the topics that you really care about. You know, if they get into something, you're like, okay, I'll pay attention and chime in, whatever the fuck. But if you're just talking about this road construction over here, we're gonna approve of it. We're gonna give it $5 million or $10 million. It's like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta
The
do.
other piece was
the zoning laws in this particular district that you don't live in. Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah.
And then the other piece was the amount of things that have to get approved by the board is obscene. I think when I was living in southern
What board?
Minnesota.
Like a board of county commissioners or what?
At the board meeting, they had to go through and approve line items for a $20,000 purchase. What the fuck? Why does it go all the way up to a board for 20 G's? Come on.
That's gonna boil down to
Because property value, I'm assuming.
The charter of either the county or the city that you're attending that meeting
No,
for,
I know.
where there should be a fiscal limit on if it's $20,000, depending on the size of where you live, depending on how much the budget is and what they're handling. A lot of that should just be consent agended, and you shouldn't have to actually have open conversation on it. But it just depends on how it's run. Some people run their counties and cities less efficiently.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, there was it was one of them was an upgrade to an intersection stoplight was going to cost 28 grand, and they're like, "Are we going to approve this 28 grand? Or are we not going to approve it?" I'm like, "Of course you're going to approve it. You need a new stoplight. Shut up."
I suppose
you're gonna not have a
the real
stoplight
question is
in this
for that shit.
intersection?
Do you want the solar panel light switch or not? Because that's the way to do it. People are against that kind of shit too. Even
I know what it is. It's a SCADA system, supervisory control and data acquisition.
Sure.
In other words, basically, the local government installs some kind of system that allows them to centrally control and monitor traffic lights.
Yeah.
Right, but it's only. I mean, again, I know, I'm not complaining. I'm complaining about how low the spend limit is.
One at a time, please.
I'm complaining on how low the spend limit was, not the fact that there shouldn't be oversight. There should be oversight. They should make sure, but it was the conversation was around pricing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just
Do
saying,
we need to get a new contractor?
Yeah, and that was one of the things. Should we get additional bids? Should we not get additional bids?
Yeah.
Was the RFP won fairly? Was it not? Yeah.
Run
was
it
properly
W.
RFP?
All no bid contracts. Fuck it.
Yeah. Then I'm quitting my job and going straight into government contracting.
I mean, hell yeah.
I suppose. I mean, really, that's the way to go, anyways. You
You
always
just
got a job.
You watch the way. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying you always have a job if you work for the government like that. So I mean, if I would go there right now already.
You'll always have a job if you're working in medicine.
Yep. People always be sick.
Yep. And local government or any type of government as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying
I
government.
work in oil and gas. I'm pretty safe now.
For a while, but I mean, we are switching over. We're I think last I read, 38% renewable right now in America. So
Probably should have double majored in university in nursing and Mandarin instead of just Mandarin.
No, fuck that. Move to China right now and get one of those white monkey jobs. You know what I mean?
I own stock in a company called Baidu. Work there.
If you can speak Mandarin, you can be the next John Cena to the Chinese people.
No,
I own China Google in stocks. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm
Badu.
sorry. So I ended that opportunity a long ass time ago, like the John Cena route.
You should buy some Evergrande.
In 2016, what happened was I uploaded this video of me playing H1Z1, speaking Mandarin, and yeah, what happened was I was one of the final 10 people in a battle royale match. Some Chinese, I was stuck behind a rock in the game. I'm like, I can see this guy, but I can't tell where he is. Well, I can't see this guy, but he's shooting at me. And then
Yeah.
he starts shouting in Mandarin. I go back and forth with him, and it's like, he says, can we team up? I'm like, yeah, we can team up. He says, you're not gonna shoot me? I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna shoot you. Then as soon as he turns around, I pump two in his back with a shotgun, and then I say, I'm from Taiwan. Taiwan's not China. And that got me banned.
That got me banned.
Yeah, that got. No. Literally, it didn't really blow up. Like, okay, it blew up in the H1Z1 subreddit. Got 10K views in like 2016. Then I cycled it around on Reddit, and then Taiwanese media saw the news, and then they started sharing it.
That's funny.
Like it got uploaded to like 4 different Facebook fan pages and 4 different YouTube channels. Got like 7 million views total.
You're just like Destiny getting covered by mainstream Israeli news at this point.
Really? No. I mean, that was a 2017 thing though. So like pretty much and like with facial recognition technology, I'm not even gonna risk going to China.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Probably steer clear.
Yeah, I just came here to pass some time while my wife woke up. It looks like she's awake now, so yeah.
Oh, you're too good for us, huh? Your wife's better than us? Just kidding.
Well, I wanted to talk to her.
His wife is better than the rest of you. If I could spend time with his wife right now, but he's awake. So.
She's in Asia. So yeah.
She's in Asia.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Take care, brother.
I'll be gone for a minute. I gotta put my kids
right
and shit to
there.
bed, so I might come back.
You're gonna shit in your kid's bed. Got it.
You got it, dude.
I don't have kids,
All right,
and my wife's already in bed.